So do you guys have any questions about that? So keep trying to do the exercise, like closing your eyes, opening them, looking at the clock there. Why do we think of it as a clock? Again, think about the story with like the little baby, right? So you know how we said, oh, this is my body and stuff, right? So does the baby know that that's their body? No, right? So if you went and pinched a little baby, would they cry? Yes. Because they feel some pain, right? But when someone comes and pinches us, will we cry as well? Yes. Yeah, we'll still be annoyed or we'll still feel the pain, right? But how do we sense it? We say that someone just pinched my arm, right? So unlike the baby, right, we're actually crying twice because we're like, oh, it hurts. Second time, oh, it's because someone actually hurt my arm, right? I'm feeling the pain because of my arm. It's the pain of it being my arm, right? Whereas the baby, right, they're crying because it hurt, right? But they don't have this idea of this being their hand. Yeah? So until someone came and told you this was your hand, that's your mom, your dad, all of these, right? You didn't have to feel that kind of pain. Do you see? So like what this one is saying, right, as well, babies are very similar to the arahants because they have only one characteristic, right? So arahants have 0, right? There are 31 characteristics that make us want to keep living, so we keep going in this cycle because of them, right? When we are born, there's only one, and that's the pure mind, right? So, but to be able to remove that, right, we can't just get rid of that without having all other 30 on top of that, right? So the example that Swaminatha uses is the analogy of a boat, right? You have a boat with just one box left, yeah? But the thing is, you don't know how to remove that box without the proper tools. So you need another 30 boxes that teaches you the method or the tools so that now you have the ability to take all the boxes out and you'll end up removing the last box as well, yeah? So that's why, so essentially the Swaminatha's mind is very similar to that of a baby because he's not going to keep recognizing people and he's not going to see the difference between, the hand. So he doesn't have to cry the way we do. He doesn't have to cry twice if someone pinches his hand. Does that make sense to you guys? Yeah? So keep asking questions if you guys have it.
මේ මෙතන එක අරකට වදිනෝනේ අර කැමරාව එක මේකට වද මේ කරලා තියෙනවා ඒක විස්තර කරන්න. දෙන්නේ හරමනේ. අතන වදින්නේ හරි. එමුනේ හතර දින. නේ?
So again what we're seeing, so when we're
අර අතර දින නැද්දි පොඩි කැමරාව. ලැප් එක. ඒක තමයි අතර වදින්නේ.
So again, if you're looking at Swaminatha through the TV, we know the method behind it, right? So we're seeing it goes to the camera, right? And then it goes into the TV, right? So are we seeing Swaminatha when we're looking at that? We are, right? The image we're seeing, right? But is there Swaminatha there? No. So that's the situation with the camera and our thoughts and everything that's happening there as well. It's a similar mechanism when you're looking at Swaminatha here as well. So keep looking for that. Keep looking at through mirrors, through the TV screen.
So
Swaminatha is saying that you guys think Swaminatha is sitting here right now, right? But again, in reality, it's going through the TV and it's going there, right? And so again, looking at the mirror analogy, right? Looking at what our eyes being the camera, right? What they can see, it's all the same. Your eyes don't differentiate between seeing this, like your body, seeing the camera, looking at the TV. Your eyes aren't making any of these differentiations, right? So again, where do you recognize a thief when it enters your house? Not through the camera, but through the TV, right? And the TV is your mind, right? So that's what we're trying to, again, analyze.
So test එක කරගත්තොත් test දෙක පියාගත්තොත් මේ පේන දේ බලන්න මායාවක් නෙවෙයි.
So again, if you keep your eyes open, right, or you keep them closed, can you understand if you're still thinking it's the outside world is there, right? So we're like the dogs who are falling for the illusion, right? So can you guys understand that it's an illusion that's happening? Keep trying to open and close your eyes and see if you can see that illusion. See if you understand it. Yeah.
What do you mean by outside world and inside?
So think about this mirror or something, right? You're saying, can you see that you're looking at it from the outside, right? You're saying that that's not me, right? Do you make a differentiation between yourself, like your body, and the outside world being the mirrors, the flowers, this carpet? Do you make that differentiation? So that's no. Your mind is, yeah. Your mind makes it, but so that's what I'm talking about. So this idea of there being an inside world, so that being your body, right, and the outside world being the flowers and all of these, right? So that's what I'm asking you. So you guys make this differentiation, right? So why do you make that differentiation? That's what I was talking about when I was saying inside and outside world. Look back to the analogy of a little baby, right? So the baby's born, right? So the baby doesn't know about parents or anything like that, right? So think of the little baby, right? Seeing their mom, their dad, any of these people, aren't they all the same to the baby? Right? Yeah. Okay, so now we're going to look at that baby's mom. We're going to leave the mom in the middle, right? So now the baby's mom has a husband, right? Has an auntie, and has the baby, right? So looking at it like that, right? If the husband grabs that lady, right? Who is that husband grabbing? Wife, right? So if the son grabs that baby, grabs the mom, right? Grabs the lady, who are they grabbing? Mom, right? And so what about the auntie? So the sister. Yeah, grabbing a sister as well, right? So how can you grab 3 different people by touching the one person? So say this mum dies now, yeah? So at the funeral, right, say the villagers, a few people come as well, right? And say someone who was this mum's enemy comes as well, right? So if they're all at the funeral, right? Are they all so why is the husband crying? Who died to the husband? What about the son? Why is he crying? Yeah. What about the auntie? So why sister died, right? So what about the person's enemy? Will they even be crying? No. And some other villagers who just randomly come by, doesn't really know the person who died to them. Just a person, right? Yeah, so why are there 5 or 6 different situations for one death? So why did like 4 people die because of that one death?
Because of the different relationships.
Yeah, so where are these relationships formed? That's the problem. Because
the association with that relationship. Like, say the mother and the son, it's a biological relationship, and we put that as a maternal relationship with the son.
Yeah.
Whereas like the relationship with the husband is you know, it's not biological, but it's love or the institution of marriage.
Yeah.
But we put like a name to that. We associated those things. Like we called that person a mother because she had offspring.
Yeah. So who told you that though? Didn't someone have to tell you that association?
Yeah.
Yeah. So doesn't all these relationships, all these differences occur due to someone telling you this from the external world? So in theory, right? If this person died, right? Shouldn't everyone feel the same thing? That's what I'm saying. Because the fact that different people, right, respond to it differently indicates that the problem is not outside. It's well, how we recognize something inside.
Yeah.
Right? So that's what we're trying to understand. So even the world, right, the world we live in is what we are seeing it. So it's all happening inside. So if there are about, like, say 50 people here, right, we're currently looking at 50 different worlds. Because no two people will have the same world. And so that's the problem. You're not actually living the outside world. You're living something inside. So again, looking at like the situation with like say there's the mother, son and father, right? So say there's another person there, now they're going somewhere, they meet a random person, right? So the mum doesn't recognize this person at all, right? The son is friends with this person, right? And then the father actually does not like this person, they're not friends, they might be enemies, yeah, right? So looking at this person, right? So if all three of them come to encounter this person at the same time, right? So how will the father feel? Angry, right? Yeah, so he wouldn't be happy, right? What about the son? Happy, right? And the wife, how would she feel? Neutral, doesn't really know the person, whatever sort of thing, right? So all these emotions, right, regarding that person, right, if you're actually seeing the person outside, right, wouldn't all these qualities, if you're actually seeing someone on the outside, shouldn't they be the same? Shouldn't everyone see the same thing the way you're seeing? If the world is outside, if the world is actually outside, everyone should be perceiving everything the same way.
So you're saying the world as we perceive it now is just the tangible concept of it, but you're discussing something about how we perceive the world because of our, not say emotions, but our association with it. Is that what you're
Can you repeat that? So keep up.
So now, like you said, I perceive the world as something tangible. Like I can touch that mirror.
Yeah.
I can touch you. I can see you.
Yeah.
And that is like in turn in my mind perceived as something. But you're talking about the perception that happens in my mind that allows me to see a different type of world than everyone else.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So the way we are doing it right now, none of us can actually see what's outside. Everything and what we're seeing is all internal. That's what I'm trying to say. Because if what we're seeing is actually outside, with the analogy of that person, everyone should feel the same emotion regarding everything. So even when it comes to flowers, do all of you guys like these flowers? Some of you guys might not, so you don't really care about it, right? So you have a neutral opinion about it. But if all of you guys are looking at this outside flower, right, all of you should have the same response to it. If our world was really externally, like an external environment, right, then everyone should feel and see it the same way. But it's not the case because we're seeing what we want to see. We are seeing our own world. So everything we are seeing is in our mind. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
So, like, I have a question about the definition of the world.
Yeah.
So we perceive the definition of the world to be different. Like, as you said, you think of it as the external world, the things that we can touch tangible, whereas, and it should all, if it was considered the external world, everyone should have a mutual or same feelings about a certain object, right? Because what if I think that is the world, like the world is perceiving things differently, and what if I think the world is a tangible concept where people can interpret things differently according to the perception of it?
If you think, so that's the reason that we keep going in this world, because as long as you think this world's outside, right, you're going to keep going in this world. You're going to keep having to die and having to go through this cycle because you're connecting yourself to your body, right? And you're connecting you're having different associations to the rest of the world, and you're thinking what you're associating is related to the actual object you're seeing outside. So even a needle or anything, right? Do all of you guys feel the same way about a needle? If I showed you a needle right now? No, right? So say what you would feel if I had a needle in my hand. You'd feel scared. Would someone else not feel scared? If you won't feel scared, right? So is fear, this concept of being scared, does it have to do with the needle or you?
Ourselves.
Exactly. So that's what I'm trying to say. Nothing we are associating with any object that we're seeing has to do with that object itself. It's something we're collecting from our previous association with that object. Does that make sense to you guys? So what we're seeing, right? If we saw the world for what it really is, we wouldn't associate anything. We won't associate this as our parents or anything like that, because all of these associations have to do with the past. So even looking, so like I said with the clock or with flowers or anything, right? Looking at any object just in this present moment, how can you describe it to me? So looking at the orange roses, yeah? Can you guys tell me that those are even orange roses if you had not learned what the color orange was and what roses were? So do you see how all of these, every association we make regarding that as well, they're all collections we've had previously. So it doesn't have to do with the outside world, everything I see. So keep trying to close your eyes and look at try to see it. If you still have questions, keep asking. Yeah.
You can then hear me. Then you can I දන්නේ past එකකින් ඒ කියන්නේ මගේ memories එකකින් නේද ඒ කියන්නේ present moment එකේ ගැන ඒ කියන්නේ හිතන්නේ past එකට නේද then මම පේන්නේ ඒවා past එක ඒ තමයි මම දන්නේ past එකේ නේද මේ අර අපේ memories එකෙන් තමයි අපි දැන් මේ දන්නේ මේ orange කියලා නැත්තම් කළු කියලා එහෙනම් තමයි අපි දන්නේ.
Yeah. Oh. So what this Molly's saying as well is everything we're gathering, right? Even you thinking you know me or you know your friends next door, all of these you're getting from your memories from the past. It has nothing to do with what you're seeing like in this moment, in the present moment. So when you say you're seeing being in the present moment and then you call that a clock and you call that a rose, right? You're already living in the past. Yeah? Does anyone have any other questions? So in this present moment, can any of you guys say that there's really a clock there? Can you say there's a clock there? Did anyone say yes? So why do you think there's a clock there in this moment? At this point, by what you're gathering in this present moment?
Because I can see it in my mind.
Yeah. So your mind is what's saying there's a clock, right? So if you live in this moment through the mirror, can you say there's a clock there? Is it possible to say there's a clock there if you live like Swami was saying in this moment? How can you say so again, right? So the idea of there being a clock, right? Did you learn that, or were you just born with that? Did you know what a clock was?
So, okay, in my eyes, there's an object, and I don't even know circular because I don't know the words. So if you say I'm a baby, I just see that as an object, a thing, and maybe not even an object because I don't even know what that is yet.
Yeah.
But then someone gave me the association of that object with the word clock, so now that object becomes a clock in my brain.
Exactly. So that's the problem we have. So we are saying that is a clock because someone told us it's a clock, right? But if we were to live in this moment, right, can you say that that's a clock? Can you say it's a clock? Is there a clock there?
I could say there's an object there, not a clock.
So can you say there's an object there? If you didn't know what an object was? Yeah. So but also can you say there's no clock there?
No, because there's something there.
Yeah, but more than that, even to say there's no clock there, you still need to know what a clock is, right? So, do you guys get what I'm trying to say? You really can't say anything to that. So if you want to put this in two categories, right? So if you had to either say there is a clock, or you have to say there's no clock, right? You guys have to pick. Can you pick? Can you say there is no clock, and can you say there is a clock?
No.
No, exactly. That's what the real world is. So that's that. But as long as we're in either one, as long as we say there is no clock, or as long as we say there is a clock, we're stuck. We're going to keep living.
So what's the middle?
That's the thing. Keep thinking about it. Keep thinking about it. Yeah, Abby, do you have something to say?
There's no middle because it's still like a concept.
Yeah, so that, okay, yeah, so like she said, can there be a middle? If you can't associate this with a clock, if you can't say there's a clock, like you said, the concept of a clock, can there be a middle, right? Can we put it in, because in that situation there are only two baskets. The basket of there being a clock, right? So you either put it in that category, or you need to say there's no clock, right? You can't have anything in between, because even then, you're still saying there's a clock. There has to be the concept of a clock, exactly. So can you pick either one? You can't pick either one, can you? So what do you do? Keep thinking. Yeah. මොකක්ද කරන්න ඕන කියලා අපිට කියන්න බෑ මෙතන ඔල්ලෝසක් තියනවා කියලා. මෙතන නැහැ කියන්නත් බැහැනේ. ඔව්. එතන මොකක්ද මෙතන තියෙන්නේ කියලා මේ අහන්නේ.
ලෝක සූන්න. ඒ කියන්නේ දැන් වෙලාවක් ගන්න බෑ, වයසක් ගන්න බෑ, කාලයක් ගන්න බෑනේ. අතීත අනාගත වර්තමාන කියන එක එකපාරක් බලලා ආපහු බලනකොට.
So what Samma says is like the world is like she uses the word sunyai, which is you can't necessarily nothing, but you just can't associate it with anything, sort of. That's the reality of the world, right? So you can't say there's a past, present, future, none of that. If you don't look back at the past, if you don't collect something from your memories, right? If you don't have previous knowledge, that's the reality of the world. So keep closing your eyes, keep opening them, looking at the clock, looking at Swami Mate or like through the TV camera, that TV. And see what you can notice.
So if the clock's not there, then are we not here either?
Yes. So if you haven't met anyone externally, right? Have two people physically been able to meet is what Swami is asking. No. And so can you even meet yourself in that sense?
අම්මට පුතා හම්බ වෙනාට පුතාට අම්මා හම්බ වෙනානේ දෙන්නේ කතාද බැදලා කර්මයක්.
So what Swami is saying is everything that we're feeling and all that. So like me feeling like, oh, I'm touching something, that's all due to karma, right? But other than that, right, the idea of there being marriages or, you know, you meeting your mom, your mother meeting you, all of these interactions, they're not real, they're all an illusion. So keep looking at the mirror, keep looking at the TV screen, see what you like. Tell me if you guys have any questions as well.
දැන් මෙතන කට්ටිය ඉන්නවද අහන්න කවුරුද?
So is there anyone here in this school right now?
දැන් කට්ටියම ඇස් දෙක පියාගෙන ලොකු අය පොඩි අය ඔක්කොම නිශ්ශබ්දව බලන්න තමන් කොහෙද ඉන්නේ කියලා. ඩාඩි මං කියනකම් ඇස් දෙක පියාගෙන නිෂ්කාංකව ඉන්නක බලන්න හිත.
So Swami says for everyone to close their eyes, right? So and be
දැන්
calm.
පියාගෙන තියන කණ්ණාඩිය තියනවාද කියලා හිතන්න පොඩ්ඩක්.
Think about whether the mirror is really there. Think about if you yourself are really here. So just for a few minutes until Swaminatha tells us to stop, just keep thinking about that.
දැන් ඕගොල්ලෝ ඇස් දෙක පියාගෙනම හිතන්න මම මේ ඉන්නේ ගෙදරේ කියලා. දැන් ඔහොම ඇස් දෙක පියාගෙන හිතන්න මම මේ ඉන්නේ මෙතන කියලා ඉංග්‍රීසියෙන් කියනවා.
So now Swaminatha wants you guys all to close your eyes, right? And keep imagining that you're at your own house, right? Imagine that you're at your house right now. Then keep your eyes closed the whole time and imagine that you're again here at this house. So keep thinking that. And again, keep thinking about the mirror when you can as well. Think about whether the mirror is there as well. But more importantly, think about being in your own house right now. Close your eyes. Imagine you're in your own house right now.
දැන් ගෙදර ඉන්නකොට කය ගෙදරද බලන්න තියෙන්නේ. හිත. මෙතන ඉන්නකොට මෙතන එනවද බලන්න කය.
So Swaminatha is saying, so now that you were thinking that you were at home, is your body actually at home? And keep your eyes closed this whole time, yeah? And also when you're thinking that you're here right now, is your body even here? So again, where is this body? Where is your body really? You can just go to your, keep your eyes closed, go to the most your favorite place in the world if you wanted to. So is your body actually there?
දැන් ඇස් දෙක බලලා ඇස් දෙක ගන්න බලන්න වෙලාව තියෙන්නේ. අන්නත් වෙලාව.
Someone else is asking after you open your eyes, what's the time on this clock? Is there a time on the clock?
දැන් ආපහු වෙලාව කීයද බලන්න ගන්න.
You can check what the time is on the clock.
කණ්ඩාඩිය වෙලාව බලලා වැට් යනවා කියලා අතන වාඩි වෙලා ඉඳලා වැට් ගියයි කියලා ආපහු අපේ ස්කෝලේ කියවනේ අනුලෑන් දිස්පම්පු නෙගුරු ප්‍රස්තාවල කියවනේ කාල මණ්ඩයන්තර ඔබ නැවතුම් කියනකොට මම නැවතුම් නිසා මගේ හිත නැවතුම් නිසා ලෝකේ වල මට අපෝ සංසාර ගෙවල් හදන්න ඕනේ නැහැ, රස්සා කරන්න ඕනේ නැහැ, ඉස්කෝලේ යන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. බලන්න ඒලා කීයද? ඉස්කෝලේ යන්න වෙලාවෙ. බලමු ඉස්කෝලේ. ඔන්න මාරයා කියන්නේ. මාරයා මේක අස්සට දැහැලා යක්ෂයා. අපිව සංසාරේ මමාර හරියට පාරේ තියෙන ගහක් වගේ. ඒ ඉන්නේ. වෙලාවක් නැහැ, කලාවක් නැහැ, ඉඳ පායනවා, දැනෙනවා, දිනනවා. සිතුවිල්ල. මම වැට යන්න කියන වෙලාව බලන්න හදනකොට බ්ලූස් වක් නෑ බලන්න වෙලාව. බලන්න නැහැ නේ. ඉලක්කන්න. බලන්න කන්නාඩි දිහා බලනකොට කන්නාඩිය ඔබලොසුවක් තියෙද ඉලක්කම් තියෙද අටුව කරගෙන වෙලාවක් තියෙද ඒ වගේ මේ ඇහි තමන්ගේ රූප දිහාත් බලන්න අද්දේ පියාගේ හරි අරගෙන හරි පොතන් දුන්නේ නෙවෙයි තියෙනවා නෙවෙයි. මේ ලෝකෙම කොම්බ එහෙම බලන්න. තමන්ගේ කය මේ කොහොමද ලෝකෙ. එහෙනම් මේ වර්තමාන මොහොතත් මායාව. අතීතයේ නිරුද්ධයි මායා ලෝකය. අනාගත මායා ලෝකය තාම විග්ග නැහැ. එන්නේත් නැහැ ඔය ටික කවදාවත්. එහෙනම් මේ මොහොතත් මායාව. ඊනේ ඇතුලේ ටිකට යනවා. උන්කාරයක් හදන්න. මෙතන ඉපදිනවා මෙතනම මැරෙනවා. සිතුවිලි.
ඒකට වර්තමානිකුත් නෑ සෝබ.
නෑ. ආ කීවා. දුක් පිළිස දුක් පිළිස. සංසාර.
So what do you mean by pestilence?
Like, I can make like a glass wall or something, but I'm like not really here.
දැන් හරි වීදුරුවක් වල වටන්න යන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ ඇත්තටම නැත්තම් පොඩි දේ වගේක් කරන්න.
ඒ කර්ම තමයි. කර්ම න්‍යාය. මායාව ඒක තියෙන මායාව. කමන්තරවම් තියෙන එක වටන එක කොහොම කරන්නේ? කර්ම න්‍යාය පුරාණ කර්මයක් තියෙනවා.
So as Samma says, that's part of the karma. So again, it's part of the illusion. So us like feeling like we're real, that you feeling like you dropped the glass, all of these are part of the illusion.
කෙනෙක් වටනවා නෙවෙයි ඒක අර්ථ වැටෙන එක මේ වැටෙන එක විතරයි. ඊළඟ සුද්ධ කෙනෙක් සුද්ධ වෙනවා.
So I know it's saying it's just a process that's happening. There's no person attached to it. So the way science and previously said that he's just like a tree, right? There's no the tree can't see the difference between night and day. It's just part of the environment, right? So in theory we're all like that too, except the problem is we think we exist, right? And as long as we think that you think, you drop the glass. But that's just the process. It's just part of the illusion.
දැස්ස වහිනවා අකුල ගහනවා කෙනෙක් පුත්තගෙක් කරන්න ගන්න වෙන්නේ. සබාදා. කරන්නේ නැත්නම් දැන් කියන්නේ ඒකට ඒ මාර්ගයේ මේ පුදුම විදිහට අර ගන්න බෑ. වෙනස් වෙලා ගන්න. ඒ මොකද ඒ විලාදී කියන්නේ. දැනගත්තයි කියලා වෙන්නේ. මොකද දැනගත්තට ඔක්කොම වෙනස් කරගත්තනේ මාර්ගේ. ඒක නිසා දැන් මේ පුදුම ගන්න එක දිගනේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ කිව්වා මත කියලා ගන්න.
Saying that he can't give you any answers unless you guys ask the questions. So if you guys have any questions about what we talked about, he's trying to ask.
How you said you like are earlier looking at someone's in your eye and then you get them in your life
Yeah.
and then close your eyes. What are you supposed to be doing? Like when are you supposed to be imagining something?
So
You closing your eyes.
So if you look at yourself even in the mirror, right, and you look at yourself here, right, you can close your eyes and imagine yourself again, and see what you're seeing in your mind, and compare that to what you're seeing in the mirror.